What would you do if you had unlimited money? Buy a dream house? Travel the world? Maybe build your own private amusement park? Well, Jake Paul has done all that, and more. From nearly dying in his private jet, to throwing away millions on insane vacations. This guy spends money like it's a game. But the things he's bought are so outrageous that even other millionaires might think twice before swiping their cards. And the craziest part, he keeps spending even more. Jake Paul's spending habits go beyond what most people could ever imagine. His purchases range from luxurious vacations to multi-million-dollar mansions filled with bizarre and expensive items. Whether it's a custom car collection, extravagant jewelry, or even giving away millions of dollars, his lifestyle is one of excess. Some say he's reckless, while others believe he's strategically building his brand. Either way, his purchases are nothing short of jaw-dropping. How do you hype up a fight against one of the greatest boxers of all time? If you're Jake Paul, the answer is simple. You spend $200,000 on a massive 8-foot-tall robot. This mechanical beast was designed to promote his fight with Mike Tyson, and it even had screens built into it to show the match. But here's the problem. The thing was so big that it could barely fit through doors. Imagine spending more than most people's yearly salary just to have your robot struggle to walk around. But when you're Jake Paul, this kind of spending is just the beginning. The robot was meant to make a statement, but in reality, it was more of an impractical gimmick. Despite its massive price tag, it didn't contribute much to the actual fight promotion beyond its sheer size. Yet, for Jake Paul, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on something that serves little purpose is just another day in his extravagant life. Most people save for years to afford one nice vacation, but Jake Paul considers a $500,000 trip to be one of his cheaper getaways. He flew out YouTuber Whistling Diesel for an over-the-top Utah trip that included jet skiing, tubing, wake surfing at night, and even getting tossed around in a Black Hawk helicopter. That alone sounds crazy, but it was all just an excuse for Jake to film the trip and write it off as a business expense. And somehow, this was not his most expensive vacation. Jake Paul's wildest trip happened just days before Floyd Mayweather fought Deji. While the rest of the world was still trying to figure out how that fight even happened, Jake was going all out, driving Ferraris, doing a desert safari, scuba, diving next to a floating pool table, and, of course, taking yet another helicopter ride. But this wasn't just about action. He also got up close with tigers, giraffes, and monkeys. The most insane part? His hotel room was literally underwater. This entire trip cost him a staggering $1 million, making his two most expensive vacations add up to $1.5 million. And somehow, this still doesn't compare to what he spent on cars. Jake Paul doesn't just own cars, he collects them like they're Hot Wheels. But instead of toy cars, his collection is worth millions. He even has miniature G-Wagon golf carts that cost $25,000 each, and those are just for fun. He also owns an $85,000 Hilux for off-roading and a $100,000 Cyber Beast Cybertruck. But he wanted something even bigger. So he dropped $150,000 on a 1,000 horsepower Ram truck. And of course, what's a car collection without supercars? Jake Paul's Porsche GT3 RS cost him $250,000 and goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. But that wasn't fast enough for him, so he bought a Lamborghini Huracan Performante, which does it in 2.9 seconds. But the real showstopper, his Ferrari 296 GTB, which does 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. And just for fun, he matched it with an SF90 Spider. But every rich guy needs a luxury car too. So he went with a $550,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom. Altogether, his car collection is worth $2.1 million. More than most people will ever make in their entire lifetime. Jake Paul doesn't just spend money, he gives it away too. But in true Jake Paul fashion, even his giveaways are controversial. When he launched his sports betting company, Better, he decided the best way to promote it was by giving away 1 million. Sounds generous, right? But here's the catch. He definitely made that money back from the gambling company itself. So, was it really a giveaway? Or just a business strategy? Beyond that, he's also donated to charity. Feeling guilty for being a bully in his younger years, Jake raised another $1 million for the nonprofit Boxing for Bullies. He used the money to renovate and build boxing gyms all over Puerto Rico. Whether it's giveaways or charity donations, it's clear that Jake knows how to use money to craft a public image. Most people try to impress their date with a fancy dinner, maybe a nice trip somewhere special. Jake Paul? He went all in by renting out an entire amusement park. No lines, no crowds, just him and his date having exclusive access to the rides. The price tag? A whopping $250,000. Imagine spending $250,000 just to have a roller coaster all to yourself. But when you have the kind of money Jake Paul has, apparently, this is normal. While most people would consider this over the top, Jake sees it as just another way to make a statement. Whether or not the date was worth the price, one thing's for sure. He definitely made headlines for it. Jake Paul's real estate game is just as crazy as his spending habits. His first major mansion, the infamous Team 10 house, was in Calabasas, California. This house wasn't just a home, it was a content machine. It had 3 hot tubs, an elevator, a gym, a walk-in wine cellar, a steam room, and a sauna. And somehow, that wasn't nearly enough for Jake. His most expensive mansion is in Puerto Rico, and he spent $2 million just to customize it. This place has an outdoor sauna, a massive pool, and even a moat that doubles as a koi pond. The inside is even crazier. There are gorilla statues everywhere, a giant fish tank, a swinging couch, and a 600-gallon aquarium. The total price? $20 million. And if you add in his Team 10 house, that's $30 million. Just in mansions alone. Flying. Commercial is for regular people. Jake Paul only flies private. His Dassault Falcon 900 is worth $36 million, but it nearly killed him. While flying to a Mike Tyson press conference, the jet was suddenly struck by lightning. That could have completely shut down the plane mid-air. Luckily, Jake, his friends, and even his golden retriever all made it out safely. Guess a $36 million jet can handle a little bad weather. Jake Paul doesn't just wear chains, he wears fortunes. His cheapest piece? A $30,000 diamond and gold problem child brass knuckle. But his real statement pieces include a $100,000 sleeping McGregor chain, a $225,000 problem child chain, and a $450,000 Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon watch. But his most insane jewelry purchase? A $7 million Jacob & Coppers watch. This isn't just flexing, it's another level of wealth. Jake Paul's spending habits are wild, but here's the question. Are they stupid Or is he playing the game better than anyone else? Some say he's just reckless with money. Others believe everything he does is a calculated move to build his empire. But what do you think? If you had his fortune, what would be your craziest purchase?